Alright.
Ready?
Yeah.
Tell me when you're filming.
I'm filming.
All right. So I'm in Jacksonville, right? Jacksonville, Florida. Is that what this is considered? Is there like a suburb here? Is it just Jacksonville?
It's just
I'm in
Jacksonville.
Jacksonville. Okay. I come to the AT&T store here in Jacksonville. Right there. Go ahead and show them the store. And I go in there and I already have one line with everything you can get, all the bells and whistles. It's even got HBO streaming service. So I go in there and I have two other iPhones, an iPhone that I had bought, really not used, and an older iPhone that my mother used to use. So I go in there, whereas a few days ago I went in with a prepaid phone and no service because somehow magically my mother called them and got my damn bill shut off. I don't understand. Anyway, so I said enough of this, went in there with the veteran discounts I walked out with. My bill is actually less than it was before, but now I have my iPhone 12, all the bells and whistles you can have, the HBO stream, unlimited everything, because I got a nice veterans package, right? I got like 25% off of it. So now, instead of having my mother on my phone and me having to pay my bill and hers, I have my own phone, $65 a month. It's an iPhone 12, because I had the phone when I went there. If you've got an older iPhone, they will still work. Take them in there and get them, get your plan updated. Really cheap. I was surprised. I have a regular service contract now, whereas I had a prepaid before, and I'm paying less money for the regular. I screwed around way too long with prepaid. Anyway, so I come in just now. I have two other phones. I said I need a line for each of these. So that's what I'm doing. But I got a really cool assistant in there, a really professional store. So he's putting a SIM card in each of those, which you boom on have a black iPhone SE. Was it SE came out last time?
Yes, it was.
I have one of those, a black iPhone SE, brand new basically. And I have my mother's old phone, which is a gold rose color tint. It's like maybe 11 or something. So I got the little things that you clip on there and you hold it. And you can put like your logo on there, like this would be Coca-Cola. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Mine has a sea turtle on it because I just love sea turtles. As a matter of fact, I have a business called Tortuga Ted. Tortuga's a tortoise. It's basically a cool turtle, and that's how we sell beachwear and stuff. And every now and then we'll get people to paint up some rocks or something, paint them like Tortuga Ted. It's really brilliant, colorful. And we'll put them on the beach somewhere, and we'll hide them, and people find them, and they say, redeem, come see us. So they come to our store, they get a free t-shirt.
That's awesome.
Okay, what does it cost us? We went out and found the rocks. Our friends painted them for us. We all drank a few drinks, Coke, whatever, while we were doing it. We had a good time. We had a party. Maybe even some THC-laced materials were consumed. Like, I prefer the gummies. I know all about this. I know what works for me. You need to know what works for you. Just don't buy some weed from some random stranger. You can buy it now. Medical. I got some in my car from Colorado that I flew back with.
Nice.
Sativa, which is one that keeps you
It's
up.
very uplifting, very cerebral.
And then indica, which means indicals. That's when you need to sleep. You just shut your brain down. Take that. The chocolates work great for that. I took one the other day, and my mind just went, and I just went back to sleep. And the tricky one is the hybrid because you don't know what you're going to get.
Exactly.
The only thing certain, you're going to get 10 milligrams because they're so precise with the regulations, which is good. The taxes are fair in Colorado. But the package it says there's 10 gummies, with 10 milligrams each. And believe it or not, if you're careful, you can experience the sativa. You know you need to drive and be safe. You take that. It's not going to be like getting drunk. It actually makes you feel alert. The hybrid, you just want to have a good time. You don't know what's going to happen because one minute you'll be, it makes me go, what am I doing? I got to go to church. Come on. You're going to get up and go, man. Jesus turned water to wine. You think he'd drink it? Wasn't no grape juice. Sorry, Baptist. And it wasn't no real body. You wasn't eating on his real body. It's symbolic, just showing what he did. Anyway, so they get that all set up. So I come out here. The one thing I have against AT&T is I'm a military veteran. I obviously having a little issue at the time. I've been in there over an hour doing all this stuff. They couldn't even hand me a drink of water. Not because they wouldn't, it's because the store prohibits it. They have a fountain in the back, but no cups, so they couldn't bring it. They wanted to help me out.
Huh.
They have no restroom for customers in there. They do, but they got it closed off. So I said, I know what to do. I'll just go to the bathroom, and I'll just get me a scoop of water, and I'll be fine. shut down again.
Hmm.
There's a dude that works in there. He's a young guy, but he's corporate all the way. No, and it's all sterile and clean. It's a clean store, real smooth. But a veteran should not have to come out here to his car on these crutches to get Coca-Cola.
I agree. That's a bit silly.
Look at that sign up there. That's an honor to have that there. You got handicap, which I would gladly give this up for a handicapped person. They need it more than this. But you got your veterans right there. They should be next in line. Then you look down there and you got your police officers. It's exactly where they belong.
Yeah.
The other day I was in town at the Tesla dealership. Check this out, film this. I was at the Tesla dealership the other day. It's a difficult place to find. It's kind of in a place like this, and it's not a very big building. But anyway, I found it. And right across the street was 3 prime parking spots. Just a normal space, and a handicap right where it's supposed to be. Only problem was when you crossed the street in the walkway, you had to step up the curb on the other side, therefore nullifying the handicapness, preparedness of that city. Not only that, guess what was occupying this prime parking spot and that prime parking spot? You'll never guess. If you do, I'll give you Coca-Cola. There was 2 vehicles parked there. Guess who was parked there? Who? Which
Really
organization? This is a true story. Who do you think was parking there?
Hmm.
State troopers.
Really?
2 of them. When I went in Tesla dealership, they were sitting there, and I had to walk circle around the block. Unfortunately, a handicap spot opened right next to it. So I go in the Tesla dealership, find me a Tesla for $38,000. All I got to do is go to Houston, Texas to get it.
Mm-hmm.
I can fly out there myself, buy the car, and drive it back. People want to wait, pay $1,500. Damn, just buy you a plane ticket, folks. Go out there and get it and drive it home. It's going to drive itself home. You've been in a Tesla.
Yeah, once. It was
I was in one once
nice.
a couple days ago. The guy that, a doctor I know, he took me for a ride. He had given me a ride to my car after I got out of the hospital.
Yeah.
It was like a 25-mile ride because I had to call the ambulance from the rest area. My damn hip locked up. I couldn't move my leg. I couldn't get out. I couldn't drive. So I called 911. They took me to the hospital. He's a nurse practitioner. He's very sharp. He's a Marine Corps dude anyway.
Mm-hmm.
He took care of me. He gave me some stuff just so I could relax and release the tension off it. And then the next morning, as he was getting off, he gave me a ride back in my car. And before
Wow.
I even knew it, I looked, it was a Tesla. It had a big
Wow.
old screen on it, like a regular sized Apple computer.
Right?
And he's sitting over, all he's got to do is just, as long as he's touching the steering wheel, he's going to be safe. I said, how fast you done never had this thing? Because I like to drive. This will go 121, and I've done every bit of it. 122 I hit one time. It's got a governor on it, so I won't go that quicker.
Right.
This Tesla, he said, about 100, I don't want to go too fast. I said, punch him. And I said, they're not going to mess with you like that here. When he got up on the interstate, going up, he punched that thing. It was like, it's like Back to the Future scene. I was like, I wasn't scared. It was like, man, this thing's got some power. I couldn't come off the seat. He literally had like 3 G's holding me in the seat, literally. I was in the Air Force, I know. It had about 3 G's holding me back. Then he kind of gets up on the interstate and he's cruising along. I said, okay, he's feeding him now. So I keep trying to pump him up now. I said, come on, man, they ain't going to do nothing as long as I'm not here. I ain't no police officer. I'm a down retired veteran, right? He punches it again. I kid you not, we hit 140.
Wow.
140, and it feels like we're floating. These things are so smooth. I'm like, are we flying now? Are we actually touching the ground? I was serious.
Hovering?
He's just sitting there like this. I said, you got any more in this thing? When we hit 140 miles an hour, the windowsill popped next to my ear. It got real loud in there.
Mm-hmm.
And so he backed up a bit. I said, here's your problem right here, and stuck my finger in it. And sure enough, he got out and checked it. It was a seal. Before I finished my story, you can see all my videos. I'm Straight Cash on YouTube, and that's just a name I got. I stole that name from Randy Moss, Straight Cash homie. Sorry, Randy, but you got mossed, Randy Moss. Straight Cash on YouTube. I got all kinds of funny videos on there. I appreciate you watching. And see, I never ask for money. These preachers that ask for money, I don't do that. But if you like my video and you watch it enough, they're gonna pay me just for the entertainment value.
Yeah.
And nobody has to pay me a dime. I film stuff all the time. I'm not wanting anybody's money. I make my own. Anyway, I'm fixing to go back in the AT&T, pick up my 2 iPhones, which I have my main line now for my business. Gulf Coast delivery. We deliver cars to people all over. If you need something delivered, if we can't get it, there for you. If you can buy it and it fits on one of our vehicles, we can get it there. It don't matter where it is, as long as it's a continental for you to get 8 states. More specifically, as the name implies, the Gulf Coast of Florida, Alabama, Mississippi. And that's about it. You get my stuff. Oh yeah, this video is sponsored by Coca-Cola. In case you didn't figure that out. Ever seen those NASCAR drivers like Joey Logano? They go,
Yep.
he ain't swallowed yet because he ain't drank none. You go back and watch Davey Allison, Dale Jarrett, but the greatest of all is Smoke, Tony Stewart. He gets out of the car, and he's got a little belly on him, right? Tony Stewart's as real as he's gonna get. He'd take a Coke out and he'll go. For that split second, excuse me, he goes back in time when he was a kid, and his grandfather was giving him those nice little bottle Cokes. Same thing for me. My grandfather raised me and my brother. You couldn't pay me to hold a Pepsi bottle. I won't do it. They don't serve Coke products. I just get maybe a Dr. Pepper or something. But you'll never see this fella with a Pepsi product drink in his hand. Now, Lay's tater chips, they're owned by Pepsi all day long. And Ford Motor Company, specifically Price, right here locally, to the Price. Best dealership in town if you need a quick deal on a big clean used car. That's where I'm headed right now to pick up a 2013 Ford Fusion. Looks almost identical to this one. This is 2020. 2020 was the last year Ford made a Fusion. And I got one of the last ones off the line. This got every bell and whistle you can have on this thing. And it might be for sale because I only owe $14,800 on this. And I've had 2 dealerships offering me $20,000 for this car.
Nice.
So I can literally go in there, give them my car, and get $5,000 cash. My debt will be eliminated. I will have no more car payment. Take that money and invest it in silver with Lear Capital. If you need the guy's name, you're going to have to ask for that. Did you quit? You still filming?
Yep.
You quit? Or is it still going?
It's still going. You'll miss.
No, you're good.
Okay.
So I'm gonna make $5,000 off this car, and I'm gonna be debt free because this car's gonna be paid off. I'm taking that $5,000. I'm sending it to Lear Capital because I've got a reserve on silver here for me. A great deal.
Nice.
I'm debt free. I got $5,000 invested in silver, and I can go right down here to Price and buy a 2013 car that looks just like this except it's white. Well, guess how much they want for it?
How much?
$12,000.
Really?
Really? I'm fixing to go get it.
Heck yeah.
12,000. I'm
Wow.
gonna have 2 cars. I got a Jeep up in a silver Jeep in Center, Alabama. I'm gonna have this car for a minute, and I'm gonna have that 2013 white Fusion here in just a few minutes as soon as I get my phones. So I either need to find somebody that's willing to drive one of these cars back to wherever I'm gonna end up. I'm gonna have to let it go. So I may end up selling this to the general public. I could probably get more than 20,000. Matter of fact, I could probably get 25,000 for this car. I may just sell it. I think I'll go buy that one for 12. Keep this one, and then sell this one. If I sold it for 25, well, that's $10,000.
Why not?
That's what it paid for.
Yeah.
Be debt free and still have a nice car.
Totally.
It's that easy if you think about it. It ain't hard.
Too
You
easy.
shouldn't have to have the President of the United States to tell you to wash your damn hands and do all this bullshit. Let me tell you how COVID is transmitted. Yes? You sneeze or whatever, it's now on my hand, right? If I have it. I go in that store and I touch that doorknob. You touch that doorknob. That's how it's transmitted. Oh man, you're pulling out your mask and shit. You're rubbing that shit in your eye. Everything on your hand, you're rubbing it in your eye. These fools in Washington, D.C., Chuck Schumer, he gets up there, he'll come in and take his mask off. Okay, and his mask has got bacteria, right? Because it's caught all the bad stuff in and out. He takes that off and he starts reading off the Senate floor. You know what he does? Because he just has touched his mask. He's looking at his papers, he'll go, flip a paper. I've seen that on TV. Chuck Schumer, the head of the Democrat Party, he'll lick his finger and turn pages. All while he's just licking that coke, a lollipop. He's got that damn mask on. Why? Because they want to control you.
Of course.
What's it's fresh air. I see these people driving around in cars by themselves with a mask on. What the fuck? Excuse me, what the?
It's ridiculous.
Darn it, guys, then that's just not, that's just disturbing. Like her, she's got a mask on right there. She's got it pulled down or whatever. She'll whip it back up, and I'm like, what's wrong with you people? How long are you
It's
going
a
to take
bit
this
silly.
bullshit? But you need vitamin D. This is helping us right here.
Exactly.
It's warm. You need oxygen. When you go in the hospital, the first thing they do when you have a heart attack is put an oxygen monitor. Why? It tells you how much, if you're so low on oxygen, let's address this first. Make sure it's not, if oxygen brings him back, okay. He just got out of wind, hyperventilated, now he's good. Then proceed to the heart and all that. How many of y'all can breathe with that damn mask on properly? None of you. They're designed for like in a surgical situation. Yes, you don't want to be transmitting stuff to the doctor or the patient. It's mainly to protect the wearer. Mask
Exactly.
protects the wearer. I'm not responsible for your safety. As long as I'm not within your cone or whatever, your 6 feet, I'm not responsible for anybody's behavior of mine should I have any of the children or grandchildren, okay? The government's got no business telling us what we can and can't do.
I
Just
agree.
like I have no business telling the police officer to get out of that parking spot he was in. So I can
Exactly.
call the governor and tell him, why are these 2 state trooper cars occupying the most prime parking in front of the Tesla building? 2 state troopers, they were there when I went in. I found out how I could get this Tesla. I came outside, they were still sitting there. Me on my crutches walking across that street that didn't have the thing. I get over there, I start taking pictures of their car. I can prove all this. I got photographs on my phone of their tag, but the windows are dark. It was dark, I couldn't tell if anybody was in there. So I went around the back. I said, I think they're running. So I put my hand on all these off. Oh yeah. The engines were running, they're sitting inside in air conditioning in prime real estate in front of the Tesla, and you got customers that can't even find a parking spot. That's some straight up bullshit, and I hope Governor Ron DeSantis puts an end to this, because it's a really bad look for the state trooper to be sitting there.
Yeah.
And we're sitting there when I went in, and when I came out, and when I pulled off, they were still sitting there.
Wow.
That should be paying customers.
Yeah.
I almost left because I was on crutches. That spot hadn't been open. I was leaving because I couldn't get all the way from the back lot to that.
Right.
These are all facts, and they're all on my camera.
That's right.
And this is being videoed by.
Hannah Wyman.
Did I?
Yeah.
This is how easy it is to make friends, folks. She just come walking across the street. I said, from a distance, I got a cataract in one eye and an eagle eye in the other. I can see great out of one. I said, damn, that's like Sean Penn. And where's the film crew? They got to be filming a movie here. And here she comes, and I just start talking to her, and now she's in one of my videos.
So,
And then we can do another one, and another one. It's Straight Cash, homie, on YouTube.
gosh, nice.
I'm Cash, and this is Homie. Homie Hannah. Word to your mother. Peace out.
Peace out.
Bye-bye. Give him a peace sign. Later.
Later.